Stripe and Marty were on the bench by the carport all night. I looked on the chairs before I went to bed and out here in the normal spots, and Tux was on the bench and all the other kitties were a little farther away. He's just coming to greet you, Stripe. He didn't mean that movement to be so aggressive. Don's gonna get Ruby out. There goes the garage door, and he's going to come on, Mart. And he's going to go water my plant at the street again because we missed all the rain in the area last night. Apparently there was a lot of noise. I don't know if people got a lot of rain, but there was a lot of noise. Enough noise that I unplugged Ruby, set a reminder on A for 9 p.m. and then went and plugged Ruby back in. So she is charged up and ready to go. Hey there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. No water.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Don's watering them in the morning, and then sometimes Johnny and I put water on in the afternoon out of our water bottles. Just depends.
Got a little water left, and we can water those by the fridge.
Thank you. Down the grass. Can you see him down there? Yeah, I've got begonias in those planters. Thankfully, they're pretty drought tolerant. Yeah, I hear you.
It's not a whole lot different, but the little petals.
Hold down the fort, Tux. We're on time. I've got my full charge, but I've got my coffee in a non-car approved cup, so I need to drink it up. Yeah, it's a morning, but we're on time. We're on time, and the kitties are all here, and everybody's good. Chick-fil-A is back open this morning. Good for them. They had said it was just a one-day thing, but still, being closed on a Wednesday, big deal, I think. I'm in traffic with these two dump trucks this morning, and they've been in the left lane for miles, slow up the hills, fast down the hills. I wish I wasn't in traffic beside them this morning. I've considered pulling off and getting back on, but it's pretty congested out here. I'd be waiting several minutes to find an open spot.
Come on.
All the construction vehicles in the morning. I don't have this same problem in the afternoon, thankfully. In the afternoon it's pretty quiet. They've all gotten where they're supposed to go. They all work early. The afternoon is just easier. Less cars, less construction vehicles. I assume that was a piece of plastic again. The amount of trash on the road these days is also high. Morning dog walk crew. I've gone past not less than 10 people with their dogs in the last half mile. That's good. I know it's a little more challenging in the city. This is such an active construction site here with the Costco, and you know they're getting ready to start the strip shopping mall across from the ABC store right as you come into Fuquay, and that's likely to have a similar type of construction area on the other side of the road coming out of Fuquay. So, oh joy. I don't mean to sound fussy, I really don't, but the onslaught of construction on a daily basis is a little bit hard to deal with here sometimes. Prosperity is not without growing pains, right? I'll let him pull out and then I'll get in. Yep, let's get her done. I got shopping to do today. Well, they are out here exercising again this morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's through the town of Fuquay and the community center. There is an exercise room in that community center, as well as a couple of basketball courts on the left side over here. That upper frosted glass lets in light, and that's where the basketball courts are. Don's speculation that they might be doing every other weekday 3 times a week is probably accurate. We'll keep watching and discerning information, because we can while we walk. Don wanted me to point out to you that the ball field is looking brown, and I would agree that we're in pretty dire need of some water. I certainly don't want severe weather, but when we heard the thunder last night and then nothing happened, that was a disappointment. I guess I jinxed us when I went and unplugged Ruby. Again, I do that because it just lowers my stress level. I didn't say you need to do it. It's just what I'm comfortable with. And I set a reminder on A to remember to go plug her back in. You know, the reason why I've been forgetting during COVID to plug her in is because I used to have a reminder on my phone every night at 9 o'clock. And we had disabled it during COVID. And so now it would probably be okay to enable it again. It's just that a lot of times I would be out of the room and Don couldn't reach my phone and it was going off. I probably should just set the reminder on A. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it on A for 9 p.m. because we'll always home from Taekwondo by then. And that way, Don can silence it without having to reach for my phone, figure out how to unlock it and hit the alarm off. He can just tell A to stop. I think that's what I'll do. Can I do that, Donnie? Does that sound like a better?
That sounds like better.
Yeah, you're not having to try to reach my phone and figure out how to use those darned Apple products. That's okay. I pick up his phone and I grumble about those darned Samsung Android products. Although I'm quite versed in both. I use both. Because of Pokemon and I have Don's phone a lot, I pretty much know how to deal with his phone. And have fixed a few things for him on it when he didn't have time to look into them. So there was a diva yesterday that was asking how to turn off self-presenting doors on her Model X, because she'd had a mishap that she didn't want to share with us what that was. Well, I think we all know that it probably meant that the door opened too wide and almost got hit by a car as she approached it from behind, from the rear of the car. There's 2 nice ladies behind you, so you can turn around for a minute. We'll restart. Yeah, so, you know, when you approach the car from behind, as you see most mornings when I go to get in Ruby after Dawn's pulled her out, the door just opens itself up and I hop in and I'm the happiest person in the world because I'm carrying a ton of stuff, right? However, when you're parallel parked on the street, just to make sure everyone knows with an X, because it only applies to the X, you have to approach from the front. And the reason why you do that is the door pops, but it doesn't swing out until you actually walk past the door and are ready to go into the car. So it'll pop, but even if you have to flat up against the car for a second, it won't swing out the rest of the way, you know, to let another car pass until you're really ready to get in the car, and you can catch the door if you need to. So I didn't see one person tell her how to turn it off, but there were already 10 or 15 people that told her, you know, to approach the car from the front, and that would prevent any of those scary things. So one time today at least, I will try to demonstrate approaching the car from the front, and probably when I go to leave Guardian Angel, if I can remember and I'm not running late. Or I'll do it in the driveway when I get home. Just to make sure everybody knows that, because, you know, maybe you're new to the car, or maybe you never been in an X, or, you know, I still learn stuff about Tesla, even though we've been with Tesla family for 4 years now. So now that we're back on the road again, I will not overdo redoing topics, but I will spend a little bit of time some days highlighting some things that I think might be helpful to at least some people. 19-minute pace?
Yeah, 19-minute pace. That's kind of strange. 57, 51 steps. Distance was 2.68 miles.
Okay, we were talking. We couldn't remember if we did 3 laps or 2 laps today. I'll let you know maybe when I do my steps. Might be telling.
Yeah, well, I think we did.
We intended to do 3, but we were on a roll talking. We don't know what we did.
What in my mouth. Anyway, I'll see you back at the house.
All right, kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
Those landscapers sound like they're across the street somewhere. The environmental park got mowed a couple days ago. But realistically, the way Don parks Jules, as long as they point the spray away, her being parked there when they're mowing isn't a big deal. I got into the car and it did switch out of easy entry mode to Marianne, so that's good. Yeah, I'm currently at 6781 steps, so I do think that we probably did do the 3 laps. Yesterday I ended up at over 14,000 steps. What was I thinking doing the desk cycle for 22 minutes in the morning? It was all that standing and sorting the Lego projects mostly that got me the steps, plus dinner, cooking dinner a little bit in and out of the kitchen and out to the front porch and back multiple times. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be lucky today and 10,000 will be no problem. He turned today and made a circle to let me pass. I really didn't mind following the other. It was just close and I didn't want to risk hitting him. He does have his, you know, podcast in his ear, and I just was being careful with him. He was worth waiting for going up the driveway. But yeah, if he wants to let me go so I can, you know, get up here, that's good too. Especially on shopping day with Michelle when I have less time than other days of the week. I have right at 35 minutes before I need to leave to meet her if I don't want to be late. Which is just enough time to pet kitties, let Don get a shower first because he's fast, and get my shower taken. All right, you boys hold down the fort, okay? I'll be back later. Don't cause any trouble. It is a relief that Tux is not trying to take out Marty at every opportunity, I have to say. It's about 10:20. I'm mostly on time to meet Michelle. Did I say that my foot's about 90% today? It's quite improved. The swelling has gone down. I can easily move my foot in my shoe now. It looks puffy versus outright swollen. Let's go shopping, Ruby. So probably 35 to 40 minutes to downtown. It says 33 right now. So I really need to be in Ruby at 1:30, and it's currently 10:34. So that's 3 hours. That's no problem. I set climate on because I got 155 miles, and that's plenty, more than enough. What have you got?
For the end, you know, summery, but the start of the
Halloween. It is, yes. I'm all about those black cats. Very cute. I have something for you back here too. When she walks over, she's giving me something, which is always something good when it comes from Michelle. Yes.
You always give me stuff that's
okay. I've loaded her up. Yeah, I'm a little late with Devin and Connor's birthday, but happy birthday. All right, those are going home with me. They're Bath and Body Works socks, and they're in good shape. They're only 50 cents. Well, I looked out. Jeff brought over a whole bag filled with Lego parts. I'm pretty stoked about that. Oh, it's a Duplo set. But I don't have anybody that plays with Duplos anymore. So they stick together, huh? Friends are like feathers. And beautiful. I love looking at the art when we come every week. It's kind of like going to the art museum for free. And then if you see something you really like, you can take it home. I'm sending the picture of that to my friend Janet just to see what she thinks. She's a Kincaid person. Oh, and it actually goes on the wall.
Yeah.
Like you can hang it.
It's a shelf.
I see. It says think. Very cool. And we found this. We think Ariel will like it too. It's a cross between The Hobbit and Harry Potter. It's only $1. Ariel draws, and this is obviously somebody's work. See, I get that some people see that and think kid, but I saw it and thought cat picture. That was what I thought. I thought cat picture. Which princess are you? Princess Ariel, right? Yes, obviously. She loves mermaids. And Ariel, the daughter, you know, the name, the mermaid love, the mermaid addiction. But yes. Even if I exercise, I still don't get chocolate. Unless it's like, you know, that 79% cacao, no sugar added stuff. I guess those are for the kitchen counter canisters. It's very pretty, especially like that one. This is really pretty, but it's so heavy that you need to lift weights to be able to maneuver it, and it's empty. I think we're happy campers today. We found a lot of good stuff, and they're playing the Bee Gees in the background, which certainly doesn't hurt. It was another great shopping day. Bye, girl.
Bye, I'll see you next week.
We split up the clothes again. We each got spot 6, got 2 free. Yeah, it was good.
Take care.
It's so much better having a partner to go through all those racks of clothing. And you only have to look at half because we know each other so well. Bye. That we can pick for each other. We found a couple of cute things for Ariel again. It's 1:18, so I am doing good to get downtown. 1:51 p.m. I might even do a Pokemon Go raid on the way. She's circling the parking lot. I tell you what, driving in the afternoon is so much easier than in the morning. There's like 1/3 the amount of cars on the road, and I don't know, people just don't seem to be in as much of a rush, and it's just so much smoother and easier in the afternoon. Can actually enjoy just driving. It's great. Some new homes or some restored homes going in on the back side of the campus. I have to circle over some confusion about which gate to pick Johnny up from today. I've got Johnny and we're on our way back to Fuquay. It's 96 out there right now. It was a pretty mild summer until this week. Now it's really feeling like August in North Carolina. I've driven 91 miles so far today. I do have to go back out for Taekwondo, so I'm not going to plug in now. This last trip of 1/10 of a mile up the driveway, it never has good efficiency. That's pretty funny. Guess black cats are attracted to black cats, huh? Hey, sweetie. Hi. What you think? This is a very special Made in America Anna Lee. This is for outside for one of my fairy gardens. And I love my little bag. Definitely have to use that during Halloween time this year. Never can get too started with fall when it's 96 degrees out and you're hoping for cooler weather. This is Tux's idea of staying cool right now. Hey, buddy. You're a good boy. Stripe's here beside me on the bench getting some attention, and Mart is in the daytime position down there behind the bench. I can usually see him from the window. Tell that's where he is. He really likes his stomach rubbed. Goodness gracious, buddy. I guess he trusts me. Good boy. Notice a cat on a tree stump and a cat on the bridge. So I've walked past Ruby and she opened up. But the door's not open yet. I told you guys I was going to demonstrate coming from the front. So that's as far as the door is going to go when you come from the front. Until I get on the other side of the door. So watch the door. I didn't touch the door just did that. So if you come from the front, it's not going to swing out wide into a oncoming car in traffic, kind of or a car coming past if you're parallel parked or whatever. So just approach from the front. It's Taekwondo time. Just a single class tonight. I'm gonna go run to Walmart. I'll be back in 45 minutes. All right, Marianne, get what you need, get out, don't get lost. Well, they have added some stuff on clearance. The hanging baskets are $3 and there's a little life left in them. I don't think I see anything I have to take home. Oh wow, they reset the Lego aisle. Well, I'm not sure what the value in resetting it was, but they did put the Friends buckets near the classic buckets, and that's maybe they wanted all the buckets in the middle, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if you put the thing people buy the most in the middle, then people gotta go past the stuff that's more expensive, like these Star Wars kits. So are they coming out with any new Tesla Hot Wheels anytime soon? I know we're waiting for like the Matchbox stuff in the special packaging, which I think is probably going to be at Target, but am I supposed to be looking for a new color Model 3, or better yet, they put out a Model Y? I would be so excited. I don't know why. I have 10 minutes to get across the street, so I'm good. A couple of important news items. Number one, the Hot Wheels Cybertruck, the little Cybertruck, has been released in the single package. You know, just like the 3s and S's and X's I was buying before. I don't know about the Y, but the Cybertruck is out there. It was released yesterday. It's in the M case. My good friend Julio down in Fayetteville, he's got the scoop for me. I'll start looking, maybe on the way home tomorrow. But you local people don't look, but all you non-local people, go get them. And the other thing is the supercharger in Garner is going in at exit 312 at Highway 42 and I-40, where all that construction is, where I thought it shouldn't go. But it's going in at the Smithfields. So I will try to get up there and check it out. It is under construction. They've had some, you know, supplies delivered already, the pedestals and stuff. I don't know if it's a slab drop-in or not. I'll have to check it out closer. The picture that I saw wasn't, I couldn't tell. And also Warsaw was like one of it's the first supercharger Ruby charged at, and it's one of the first superchargers in North Carolina. It was down I-40 toward the beach. The hotel didn't want to host a supercharger anymore, and they moved it to Wallace, which is just a few miles. It's either north or south, but it's close. Well, anywhere at the Smithfields down there in Warsaw, they're putting in a supercharger. I told you Smithfields Chicken and Barbecue is friendly to Tesla. Some of them have destination chargers, the ones that are out in sort of rural areas. The owner has been putting them in, working with Tesla to put them in. Well, apparently they're all game to host superchargers now. That is good news for our family, because when we are on the road traveling across North Carolina, we'd love to eat. I would much rather eat at Smithfields, you know, even if I'm being good, than a Sheetz. Except for, you know, Smithfields isn't going to be open in the middle of the night to use the restroom. But anyway, I think that's great. We like Smithfields. Smithfield is good. Michelle and I and the kids, we like Smithfields. Smithfields is excellent. So 65 miles left and 105 miles, 106 today. School days generally range between 90 and 120. It just depends what errands I run around the school day, whether or not I go back out for Taekwondo, that kind of thing. Straight up to the school, straight back 2 times, that's probably closer to 90. Up to Taekwondo certainly puts us over 100. Any other errand anywhere, it starts to move toward 120. So, yep. That hum in the background is the dehumidifier, which is certainly working overtime today. We didn't get any rain again. Things are starting to look brown and wilted out there. Bummer.